Robophilosophy is defined as philosophy of, for and by social robotics, and started a new area in applied philosophy. This is Johanna Seibt, professor at the Department of Philosophy and the History of Ideas at Aarhus University.
In social robotics, we try to create machines in our own image that actually soon will exceed our capabilities. So social robotics forces us to reflect our human nature, also forces us to think of ways of realizing human nature in relation to this new technology. So one can say that social robotics challenges us as human beings like no other technology before. And robophilosophy is the comprehensive response to that challenge.
The work of a robophilosopher can take various forms. Johanna and her team in Aarhus recommend a special approach called integrative social robotics, where robo-philosophers work in interdisciplinary teams.
For example, we work at the moment on exploring an application that is to enhance social justice. So in particular, in divorce-related conflict counseling, we wanted to explore whether a non-gendered robot might be more successful than a human. Often conflicts are stalled because one of the parties has the impression that the mediator is not neutral because that person has the same or the opposite gender.
The Aarhus robo-philosophers have introduced the non-replacement principle into the field of human-robot interaction research.
We say that robots may only do what humans should but cannot do. And that principle redirects our research questions. So instead of considering, is it ethically legitimate to replace this person by a robot, we rather ask, is there something that you can do with robot-mediated interaction that is actually for the benefit of the people interacting with the robot? So society's values, ethical values, aesthetic values, are from the very beginning to the very end one of the voices in that developmental co-creative discussion that leads to a culturally sustainable social robotics application.
Johanna argues that social robotics are in a well-known dilemma from technical design, where we sometimes develop technologies with consequences which we can only recognize at a time when it is too late to extract these technologies. Social robotics are in its own version of this dilemma, which Johanna refers to as the triple gridlock between regulation, description, and evaluation.
The only way in which we can overcome that gridlock is by focusing right now not on what we can do, but always on what we can and should do, by putting ethical and social cultural values first, by concentrating on those applications of which we already now can fairly uncontroversially say that they will have predominantly positive effects. And then we need to worry about whatever residual negative effects they might have.